Early voting here in Washington, D.C. is underway. And standing by live here in the nation's capital is VOA's Paul Ndiho. Hello, Paul. Tell us more about the voting and when it ends.
Thanks, Esther. Voting here in the District of Columbia is still ongoing. They close early voting on Sunday by 8 p.m. But to be honest with you, there's been a lot of people who have been voting, largely because D.C. is considered a blue district. If you will, a lot of people here tend to vote Democratic. But why are the numbers so high? For the first time talking to people, people are saying that the turnout, especially around this time, has exceeded the expectations of what a lot of people expected. Largely because D.C., so many things are happening in D.C. It's a microcosm of the whole world. A lot of people from all over the country come to Washington, D.C. So that's why voting in this district is going to be a significant thing going into these elections.
And what are the D.C. voters telling you is of utmost concern to them in this election?
Just like any person living in the United States, they're dealing with the same issues, from the economy to healthcare to immigration, abortion rights. Those are things that a lot of people have to contend with. In D.C. especially, we have the high unemployment rate. We have high homelessness in the District of Columbia. So those are some of the concerns that people have. Will this election change the way people look at how things are done in D.C.? Will a new government in place, or whether it's a federal government or the local council elections, make any difference for these voters? So people are concerned about some of the very issues that every single person in this country is talking about.
Paul, they have a complex language when it comes to D.C. elections. There's Initiative 83 on the ballot for D.C. residents. What does this mean, and what does it aim to change in terms of D.C. voters for those who are registered and even for those who are independent?
Terrific question. Esther, D.C. is in a unique spot. In most cases, other states, people vote in primaries. If you're a registered independent, Republican or Democrat, you get to vote in your primaries. But specifically in the District of Columbia here, people who are registered as independents don't vote in the primaries. So Initiative 83 wants to change that. It's going to allow, if it's voted for, if people vote yes on it, it's going to allow people to exercise that right. For example, there are close to 70,000 independent voters here, but when it comes to voting on even local issues, they don't have a voice. So they think by passing this Initiative 83, that could fundamentally change how people look at DC and how independents get to vote or have their voices heard.